What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and welcome to the video. In this video, we're talking all about the markets, as it was a pretty awesome day today. A very green day for a lot of our favorite growth stocks. So these are your market minutes. This is your daily recap, and I want to talk about a bunch of different companies along with gold and silver and all of that stuff, all the awesome companies that we cover today. So it's going to be a fast-paced episode, guys. I will say that. So let's get straight into it. And the last thing I wanted to say was thanks for all the support, all the likes, comments. We've got a ton of new content on the way for you guys, lots of interviews, including Lightlink CEO interview, which I was supposed to shoot this Saturday, but we got pushed to midweek, and Catalex's CEO interview today in just 1 hour. That is the crypto exchange that the company is acquiring part of. We'll have tons more news on that front. Of course, we saw the massive run up in crypto, so we'll talk a little bit about that, gold and silver and all of that stuff. So let's get straight into it. And the last thing I will say is, if you do support me, the channel, and all these videos, I appreciate it if you kindly explode that like button. It takes just 1 second every time, and it helps my videos so very much, along with cashing that subscribe button and hitting the market bell for notifications on future videos as we talk about new and exciting companies all the time. So let's get into comment of the day. That's the first thing we're going to do. And we're also going to talk about one of our subscribers who was kind enough to send us a picture of him in his MindMed sweater. So most of the merch has been sent out, and as we announce more winners, I will continue to send out merch. So don't forget, you guys know exactly how to enter the competition. Simply comment, I want to win MindMed merch, and that's pretty much it. So here in Great Videos, I want some MindMed merch. Also, what do you think about Star Peak Energy? I will be taking viewer requests for new stocks. Actually, I just haven't had time, so I plan to do that. I plan to talk about a bunch of new stocks and Departures stocks. And also, thanks a lot for getting that channel to 4,000 subscribers. We're at 4.04K. Next stop, 5K. I'll make sure to diversify up the content, but yeah, thanks for supporting our brand new channel, guys. And I'll try my best to drop some exciting new videos on that channel. I do now shoot 2 videos per day, so just trying my best to do those 2 videos every single day, along with all the other content, interviews, overviews, introductions, all of that stuff. So Adrian Hom, please make a video on the mining stocks you'll get into when you have capitalized on MindMed and your psychedelic holdings. That is a fantastic video. What am I going to do with the money, and which mining stocks am I going to buy? I will be buying a lot of my favorite names. There are a couple names that I want to reintroduce into the portfolio, some names that I've completely sold. A lot I've held at least half or more. I have reduced my exposure to the precious metal sector by probably about 20%, and that went straight into psychedelics and some tech plays, some growth plays. But for the most part, I still do maintain a very nice position in the gold and silver sector, which I'm happy that I've held on to that, because those are some of the top performing stocks of my portfolio today, and we will be getting into my list. So we'll talk a bit about those, but when the time comes, and fingers crossed the time does come, the precious metal stocks that I've sold and traded for higher growth opportunities, hopefully I get to that point where I'm selling those, and or at least taking some profits, and I'll definitely be talking about the ones that I want to buy. Harry Kim, I told you about drone stocks. Yes, sir. Joseph Lim, TAT on top of Keith Gill's watch list, and it's been on yours too for a while now. The force must be aligned. I picked up some at 308, late Monday trading. I think I may have caught the bottom for the week. So good job, buddy. Congratulations so far. I think TAT's in the green again today. We'll be talking about that in just 2 seconds. But now it is time to take a look at our subscriber wearing his MindMed sweater. But yeah, guys, big shout out to Peter, and he also knows someone in the Psych ETF, so we'll see if we can get in touch with them. I'd love to talk about it. I'm not too sure how it works for funds. I don't know if they're allowed to do sponsored content like companies are, but we'll see. I'd love to interview someone from the fund. I think that'd be pretty cool. But now let's take a look at the markets. So we got to figure out what happened on Wall Street. So Dow hits record highs as bulls scoop up value. Tesla makes big bet on Bitcoin, and that was one of the big headlines today. We did see cryptocurrencies rally. The Dow rallied to record highs on Monday, led by value sectors like energy and financials on growing expectations for further stimulus at a time when these global illness infections in the U.S. continue to slow. So we are seeing the same here in Canada. Fingers crossed this continues. I'm sure everybody would love to, lift this lockdown, get back to normal life, reopen, maybe do some traveling at some point. Holy smokes, it feels like it's been forever. So let's get through February. Let's get into March. Hope everybody stays healthy. And now let's take a look at the indices. So we did see a rally into the close, actually. with the Dow, S&P, and the NASDAQ closing up 0.7 to 0.9%. So almost 1%. I believe we are back up to almost record highs. The S&P is almost at 4,000. So that was a quick recovery. I called this fake. I really think that we are going to keep on grinding higher, especially with hopes of more stimulus on the way. So now let's take a quick look at Kitco. Kitco's also talking about Bitcoin, so I hope you guys continue to watch to the end of this video, because at the end of this video we're going to be talking about all of our favorite stocks. So Bitcoin reaches 40K again. But what if you're locked out of your wallet? Yeah, that's a common concern. It is a combination of factors. One of them is have a hardware wallet that consumers can use to store their Bitcoin and do exactly that. Store a safety backup, seed in paper, or better yet, in a metal safe deposit box, either at a bank or at home. So that is one of the major concerns, I would say, even for myself personally. That's why I'm not a full believer yet, but that's why I did choose to invest into Lightlink, because they are focused on the crypto space, acquiring part of a crypto exchange, and I'm sure they've got lots more news on the way, which is why I'm excited to talk to their CEO. That is my one crypto play, and I have invested a substantial amount of money into that company. But I've also, covered the company for a very long time. Talked about it a couple years ago. They were up to a bunch of different things. Now they're doing a lot of restructuring, so it's going to be an exciting time for Lightlink. So they did close the day at 34 cents, up another half a cent. And one thing I've been noticing is they've been on this, I know the chart, it's kind of hard to read right now, but since that split, they've been on this nice, slow, steady climb. I mean, it might make sense to use the line graph as opposed to the candles in this situation. There we go, guys. Sometimes, the charts get all messed up with the split, but essentially we made it as high as 45 cents before the split. It's pulled back a little bit. The stock split, and now it's been recovering off of 30 cents. So we're back up to 34 cents. But anyways, guys, that's my take on crypto. There's obviously a lot of volatility there. There's more money to be made than just, in Lightlink. But I do like to compare this company to Voyager. Obviously, Voyager is an already successful company. Lightlink's just getting started. But if we take a look, Voyager was 16 cents. Their 52-week low of 16 cents. They made it as high as $21 today. So it's been a crazy run. And what does Voyager do? Voyager Digital, formerly Voyager Digital, is a Canada-based crypto asset broker that provides retail and institutional investors with a turnkey solution to trade crypto assets. So I believe in, the business of, I believe in the crypto asset broker business potentially being used as a form of payment if they can, partner with a big company like, let's say, Visa or MasterCard. I think that would be really big. Obviously, we're seeing Tesla get into crypto, so I'm not opposed to it. I want to understand it better, and I would much rather invest in a company that is doing something in the crypto space as opposed to just owning crypto in a wallet. I'm sorry, I just feel more comfortable with that. So let's take a look at some news for gold and silver, and I haven't given up on gold and silver, right? But crypto, was the talk of the town today. So gold, silver rally on bargain buying from the outside markets. Gold and silver futures prices are higher in mid to U.S. dealings Monday as some perceived bargain basement buying is featured to start the trading week after both metals suffered significant losses last week. Some chart-based buying also featured today as the near-term technical postures for both metals have improved a bit. April gold futures were last up $19 to $18.32, and March COMEX silver was last up 50 cents to $27.55. So in the grand scheme of things, silver has done very well still. It's not that far off of $30 again, just $2.50. Gold price fights for higher levels as focus shifts back to stimulus. So let's see if they can get that stimulus boost. I mean, there's been speculation in the market, but gold just can barely seem to hold on to 1850. We're still not above 1850. So anyways, let's look at some of these growth stocks that are on our watch list now. And the first company, well, we'll just cover it real quick, and we do in every single one of our videos, is MindMed at another green close, up another 8 cents or 1.82% to $4.47. And it's a nice steady climb now, although, there's been a lot of other stocks outperforming MindMed right now. So, I do feel like it will have its time to run. I'm not complaining. These gains, have been very nice. This nice, slow and steady climb. Of course, we would love to see those rocket ship style gains, but usually what comes along with those is periods of heavy volatility. And I'm okay with this gradual, steady climb. I do feel like, There's been a lot of other sectors right now that have been a little bit more shinier than psychedelics, as you know, we haven't gotten any big significant news for the sector just yet, or specific company. I do know that I do feel like that GW Pharmaceuticals acquisition really did ignite this sector, but even more so the MJ sector. It's like MJ stocks have absolutely been on fire recently. So good for that sector. Unfortunately, I've been completely out of that sector, and I'm just not as excited about it for the simple fact that, they don't have a groundbreaking product. A lot of the LPs don't have a groundbreaking product. Now, that doesn't mean that a company needs that type of product to be successful. Obviously, with the right business model, if you're doing everything right and you're making a boatload of cash, there's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of those, LPs or MSOs, they've got the market, they've got the government in favor of those companies, and they're just going to make money, one way or another. They don't need a groundbreaking technology. But with a groundbreaking technology, like something that MindMed's working on, you're going to either have very, very big wins or very big losses. And so far it's been a very big win, but we're not even, at the point of having anything FDA approved. There's a lot of speculation, but I would rather, take these kind of calculated risks, and it's just more exciting to me personally. So been there, done that for MJ. I still support the sector, still have some holdings in the sector, but my focus is definitely psychedelics as opposed to that. And I do feel like they will have their run, but we're just taking a little bit of a breather here, although we are slowly drifting higher, which you can't complain about. So that's my take on that market. Now, let's take a look at Hello Pal. We did bring Hello Pal to you guys at 17 cents, I believe. It's been on a tremendous run. I believe it was right here this day, 17, 18 cents before it took off to like 29, bounced around sideways. Now we're almost at 40. So the news was Hello Pal announces record revenue of $2.795 million in revenue for January of 2021. So feel free to check that out. It's been a runner. So far, so good. Happy to, bring to you guys another stock that has gone up. Now, obviously, these videos are not financial advice, and I always state that. When we do talk about a new company here, always do your own research and due diligence. Don't buy these stocks because you heard about them on here. And always remember that we do a lot of sponsored content on this channel. So always check the disclosure, the disclaimer, and keep in mind it's a sponsored video. So let's take a look at Core One Labs. And by the way, Core One Labs, very interesting company. We will be doing lots of sponsored videos for them, many videos. So I'm excited to cover this story, and we will be dropping the introduction in the near future. Now, I did in fact pick some of this up, and I talked about it last week around 95 cents. Now we're up to $1.27, so up 15% today. Very happy about that. And the news was Core One Labs engages Donahoe Advisory for NASDAQ listing and schedules special investor call with Dr. Robert E.W. Hancock. Anything NASDAQ related, of course, we know that that's the thing for MindMed. MindMed's still looking to get onto the NASDAQ. Now Core One's talking about it, so that's exciting. And any company that can broaden their investor base, be available to more investors. Right now, the NASDAQ, we only have Compass Pathways. And we saw what's happened to the stock since their IPO, like $17 to the mid 40s now. And I think that that's possible for a lot of these companies. So very, very exciting time for this sector. Now let's take a look at a few other runners. Else Nutrition up 5.24% to almost $4.50. So we're almost back up to those $5 highs. And Else Nutrition has been an awesome stock. We did bring this to you guys in the 30-cent level. So this is now well above, a 10x stock, which has been awesome. They're nearing in on $500 million market cap. And it's awesome to see the company continue to grow. So we did see the days range of $4.50 exactly. And this is the pattern that I was pretty much talking about, guys. So if we go to the 6-month chart here, or the 1-year chart is a better representation of what I've been talking about. And Else Nutrition has had this replicable pattern that if you, not saying that you should and not saying that this is financial advice, but literally bought it once it consolidates and it runs up, you could almost time this like clockwork. It runs up, consolidates a bit, drops off a bit, runs up even higher. Consolidates a bit, drops off, and then starts to run up a little bit higher. Pulls back, consolidates a bit, drops a bit, and then runs up again. So we'll see what happens, guys. If history, repeats itself, which a lot of the time it does, it ran to 250, it ran to 3, almost 350, it ran to 507. So I would expect it to run somewhere in the $6 to $7 range. That's just my opinion based on this chart. I could be totally wrong, but it's already done that multiple times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th time it does this, so we'll see what happens. Now, let's talk about a big runner today. And this stock has been explosive recently. Drone Delivery Canada up to almost $2 per share. So wow, what a substantial run this company has had. And just a month ago, the stock was under $1, so it's well up over 100%. So congratulations to anyone who holds Drone Delivery Canada. So guys, that's it. I just wanted to talk about some of my favorite stocks. And oh, wait a second. We've got one more thing to talk about, and that is, of course, gold and silver stocks. How could I forget this? We did see a lot of green for the sector. Biggest gainer, Silver One Resources, Avino Silver, Reyna Silver, Mag Silver, Aftermath Silver, First Majestic, all gaining on the day. We did see a little bit of red. Arizona Silver, Nova Royalty, GR Silver, Impact Silver, flat on the day. So the sector did have some pretty nice gains. Some of my favorite stocks were among the top performers. One of those stocks being Silver One. So I've been very happy with the performance in that stock, and it does have very high Eric Sprott ownership. So that was one of the things that really checked my boxes when I bought into that company. But anyways, we'll be keeping our eyes on gold and silver. Hopefully silver and gold don't take off just yet, and my other favorite sectors are able to gain, so I'm able to pick up a few of these companies on the low. But of course, I can also try my hardest to work hard, make some more money, plan for tax. This year is going to be an interesting year for tax. But if I can get all that stuff sorted out and I still have some extra money to play around with, I'll also be looking to pick up some of these companies very slowly. So anyways, guys, that's my plan. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember, Departures Capital and Departures Stocks are for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.